Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to dive into something really cool. We're going to automate one of the most tedious, but also one of the most important parts of a trader's daily routine, finding and drawing key levels. We'll break down a TradingView script that does all the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on what actually matters, making great trades. But first, just think about this for a second. What if your charts could automatically show you the market's memory? Because that's really what we're talking about here. It's this idea that what happened yesterday leaves a huge footprint on today's trading, almost like a magnet for where the price might go next. So these footprints, these key points, they have a name: static levels. We're talking about really important price points from higher time frames, like the previous day's high, or PDH, and the previous day's low, the PDL. And the key word here is static. They are locked in. They do not change throughout the trading day, which gives us a reliable map to navigate all the intraday noise. Think of them like guardrails for the price. Now, what's so cool about these levels is that they have a sort of dual personality. When the price gets right up close to them, they become battlegrounds. You're looking for breakouts or rejections. But when the price is way far away from them, they turn into lighthouses in the distance. They become these really logical profit targets to aim for. It's this dynamic that makes them so incredibly useful. It's an amazing concept for sure, but let's be real. Who actually has the time to sit there and manually find, draw, and then track these lines on every single chart, every single morning? It's not just boring, it's super easy to make a mistake. Well, the good news is there is a much, much better way. We can actually teach our charts to do all this work for us, instantly and perfectly, using TradingView's own coding language, Pine Script. Okay, so let's pop the hood and see how the magic actually happens. We're going to break this script down to understand how it thinks, and it really just boils down to three main jobs that the code is doing behind the scenes. So the script's very first job is to be a time traveler. Before you even have your morning coffee, it needs to look back in time to the previous day and grab two critical pieces of info: the absolute highest price and the absolute lowest price. And this right here, this is the line of code that does it. This is the script's little time machine. It uses a function called request.security to basically ask TradingView, hey, can you go get me a specific piece of data from the past? Let's break that down, because it looks way more intimidating than it is. The T is just whatever stock you're looking at. The D tells the script to look specifically at the daily chart. And here's the key part: high 1. That tells it, don't give me today's high, I want the high of the previous candle. On a daily chart, that's yesterday. It's like sending a scout back to yesterday's map to report the highest mountain peak and the lowest valley. All right, so our scout came back with the data. Now what? Well, job number 2 is to actually make that information useful and visible. The script needs to take those price numbers and draw them as lines right on our chart. And it does this using the plot function. But here's the really clever part. It has this little piece of logic built right in that makes the script smart, not just some dumb drawing tool. The code basically asks a super simple question. Hey, is the person looking at this chart on an intraday time frame, like a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart? If the answer is yes, boom, it draws the line. But if the answer is no, let's say you switch to a daily chart where those lines would just be clutter, it plots nah, which just means nothing. The result? Your charts stay perfectly clean and uncluttered, all automatically. So we've got the data, we've got the lines drawn. What's the third and final job? Well, now we turn the script into our own personal trading assistant. We teach it to watch the price for us and basically send up a flare when something important happens, like the price crossing one of our levels. And this is done with the alert condition function. This line of code is essentially setting up a surveillance mission. It tells TradingView, okay, I want you to watch for this specific event, and when you see it, I want you to name the alert this. So here's how this actually works. That ta.crossover part of the code is a condition that's normally false. It's just sitting there, waiting. But for the exact moment that a candle's price closes above that previous day's high line, for that one instant, it becomes true. And the alert condition function is just waiting for that. It tells TradingView, the second that thing flips to true, trigger the alert. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful automated trigger. And of course, to make all of this super easy to recognize in a split second, the script uses a very clear color coding system. The previous day's high is green, the low is red, the weekly high is a dark navy blue, and the monthly high is purple. This way, you can understand the context of any level with just a quick glance. All right, enough of the theory. We've deconstructed the code. Now for the really fun part. Let's put it to work. I'm going to walk you through 4 super simple steps to get this script running on your own TradingView charts right now.
And trust me, it really is this easy. First, you're going to open the Pine editor. It's that tab usually at the bottom of your screen. Second, just select all of the default Hello World text that's in there and delete it. Third, you paste in the entire script code. And finally, you just click Save, give it a name you'll remember, and then click Add to Chart. That is it.
And this is the payoff. This is what you'll see. These beautiful, clean, perfectly plotted lines that represent the market's memory, drawn for you automatically, ready to go for the trading day. 0 manual work required.
But remember, this script isn't just about drawing some lines on a chart. It's really a tool for building a strategic edge. Let's talk about how this simple little piece of automation can actually transform your trading workflow and even your discipline.
I mean, the advantages are huge. Your analysis is automated, which saves you a ton of time. Your discipline gets a huge boost because you're forced to focus on objective, predefined levels instead of just guessing. It brings so much clarity to your charts, removing all that emotional guesswork. And probably most important, your trading just becomes way more efficient. It frees up all that mental energy so you can focus on execution and managing your risk.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a script. It's a tool for building a better process. It's a real, concrete step you can take toward making your trading more systematic, more objective, and a whole lot less emotional.
And that kind of brings us to our final thought. Now that you've seen just how easy it is to teach your charts to remember and react to the past, it makes you wonder, right? What other rules, what other conditions, what other parts of your own unique trading strategy could you automate next? The possibilities are pretty much endless.